on the keyboard. Fly the aircraft to keep the pitch and bank steering bar centered on the ADI. Monitor your airspeed to maintain approximately 120 knots. Batumi approach is now transferring us to Batumi terminal control for landing clearance. To request landing, press the HOTAS mic switch forward command or left alt and num plus keys to open the VHF AM radio command menu. Then press F1 to request permission to land.
When cleared, press F12 to exit the radio menu.
Altitude, altitude.
The AOA indexer is indicating you are on speed. Keep the donut light on as you approach. As you approach the runway threshold, the pitch steering bar on the ADI might begin to oscillate slightly. Do not chase the needle. Maintain the glide slope to the touchdown point. As you near to just a few feet above the runway, reduce engine power to idle and gently pull the stick slightly back to flare the aircraft. Touchdown. Now lower the nose for nose gear touchdown. Use the rudder or X and Y keys to keep the aircraft running down the center of the runway. Engage the wheel brakes by pressing and holding the W key. Once your speed is reduced to below 70 knots, engage nose wheel steering NWS by pressing the HOTAS pinky button or the insert key on the keyboard. Taxi off the runway using one of the taxiways to the left. When taxiing, avoid holding down the wheel brakes while turning at the same time. Keep the ground speed under control to avoid damaging the tires, gear mechanics, or tipping the aircraft to either side. Follow the taxiway line to the parking spot. Looks like the crew chief is on his way over there now. We'll now shut down the aircraft. First, set the anti-skid and pedal tube heat switches to off. Turn off the ILS receiver by right-clicking the left frequency dial knob. Turn off the IFC and the kick cue on the AHCP. Turn off the left and right MFCDs. Turn off the countermeasure system. Retract the flaps to the up position by pressing left shift and F twice. Turn off the IGE and CDU on the right console. Spool down the left engine by pressing the right Alt and N keys. Monitor the EMI panel to check for a safe spool down. The core RPM should drop down to 0 and the ITT to approximately 200 degrees. Anticipate a slight heat soak back as the engine stops. Now spool down the right engine by pressing the right Control and N keys. Set the inverter switch on the electrical panel to off. Turn off the battery. Turn off the VHF AM, UHF, and VHF FM radios. This concludes the landing training flight. Press the escape key to exit the mission.